You are welcome to Vedic TV, where you get information based on fact.
Good day, my Nigerian people. Good day to everyone out there. How on that day? Our today's matter horizon says 30 months detention. It's time for Igbos to unite for Kanu's release. Groups. It's time for everyone to stand up and be like, it's time to release Nnamdi Kanu because things are not going the way they're supposed to. Agreements are not being made how they're supposed to. And agreements that have already been made are not being fulfilled like they're supposed to. So yeah, it's time for the Igbos to actually get up and say, we are done talking and begging. Now we're taking action. But let's not exactly this content is saying, let's not exactly this group is saying. A coalition of Igbo groups in the United States under the aegis of Rising Sun Foundation Incorporated, USA, has called for global Igbo unity to fight for the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, who has been in detention for 30 months. In a statement signed by Chief Maxwell Dede Imole, Dr. Remy Oke, Evans Nwankwo, and Benjamin Nwankwo, and made available to Daily Sun, the foundation expressed its concern over Kanu's continued detention. As he marks 30 months of unjust incarceration, it is imperative that we amplify our voices against this blatant violation of his rights, especially in light of several court orders demanding his unconditional release, the statement read. The group noted that the Nigerian government, under President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, has recently shown signs of a potential shift towards dialogue regarding Kanu's release, contrasting with the treatment of other political detainees, such as Chief Sunday Igboho of the Yoruba Nation, Omoyele Sowore of the Revolution Now movement, and Bello Bodejo of Miyetti Allah Kautal Hore. The foundation highlighted that while figures from other ethnic groups seeking separate nations have been released, Kanu's continued detention raises serious questions about the selective application of justice in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu remains the sole political prisoner among them, a situation that is not only perplexing but also indicative of deeper systemic issues within the Nigerian political landscape, the statement added. The group criticized the reluctance of Igbo political leaders, particularly governors and members of Ohaneze in the Igbo, to advocate for Kanu's freedom, suggesting that personal political ambitions are being prioritized over the collective welfare of the Igbo people. Reflecting on Kanu's detention, the group stated, his detention is not merely a personal tragedy, but represents a broader struggle for the Igbo nation's identity and future. He has become a symbol of resistance against the marginalization and oppression that we, as people, have faced for decades. The foundation called for unity and the setting aside of selfish interests for the greater good of the Igbo people. Sorry, nation. It's very concerning. You now begin to ask, do we even have justice in this country? Does the term justice actually exist in Nigerian government? Does the term justice actually exist here in our country, Nigeria? Because the reason why they locked up Sunday Igboho and the rest is the same reason they locked up Nnamdi Kanu. And they've released them, but they have refused to release Nnamdi Kanu, even when the Supreme Court and other courts has said, let him go. The Nigerian government have said, no, we are keeping this man detained. It is not only insulting, it's also very, very unsettling. And it's a very big slap on the Igbo people, on the people that are fighting for the Igbo nation. The others have been released. Like, "Ah, take, you can go." And they refuse to release the person they've been holding for months, for years. Because of what? So what reason do they have for keeping Nnamdi Kanu detained and the others released? They're just making it so obvious that they don't believe or they don't do justice. They're making it so obvious that they can be very biased when it comes to culture or people. They're making it so obvious that we can't trust our government. So what reason do they have to keep detaining Nnamdi Kanu? Is his force that scary? Because that is the only question. That is the only conclusion I can come up with. In fact, that's the perfect conclusion anybody that's seen this situation can come up with. Anybody that have analyzed this whole situation can come up with. They are scared. The Nigerian government is scared of a person called Nnamdi Kanu, of a political leader called Nnamdi Kanu. And because they are scared, they're using every which way in their power to keep him contained. That is how scared they are. Because it's only fear that can actually explain this whole situation and the reason why they're keeping him detained. There is no reason to. He's not a criminal. He didn't do anything or kill anybody. He didn't steal nothing. He's just there advocating for the Biafran nation, like every other person is. And they keep holding and detaining Igbo people because they are scared. Because they can see that if they let it be, there will actually be a lot of positivity and Biafra will actually become a nation. And they probably don't want that. But this is a call to all Igbo people to stand up and fight for the person you want to fight for. Fight for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Even Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for Igbo freedom. So now the Igbo people should do their part by fighting for his freedom. It's a win-win situation. And everybody then gets to win. Everybody wins in this situation. And those area I'm talking about is the Igbo people. So yeah, we should unite and go and get Nnamdi out of prison. We've come to the end of today's content. Do not forget to subscribe and stay tuned to our channel. Thank you.